Someone basically told me on Discord recently, I don't get why Cartoon Network is such a bad reputation. I think it's really unwarranted. Well, let me explain you a thing. Well, two things. One, I'm Benzie Johnson Jr. and I'm enthusiastic about television. And if you are too, or just interested in exploring, then subscribe, because I have new videos every single week. And two, so I hope I can offer a definitive answer, once and for all, to what is possibly the biggest question when it comes to kids' TV. Why does everyone hate on Cartoon Network? And when you get to answering that question, you have to attack the elephant in the room. Teen Titans Go. TTG is a big driver of where the hate over the past few years has come from, and whether or not that hate is justified is questionable. Many folks have jumped on the hater bandwagon without watching the show, and I will go so far as to admit that I am indeed one of them. Yeah, I could probably give it a watch and it would probably be good content, but I just got done calling it quits with CN now that Adventure Time's finally over. And do I want to say I've gone back because of what is one of Cartoon Network's most divisive shows? But you don't have to have watched the show to hate Teen Titans Go for being the network's favorite show to the point of insanity. The days of scheduling devoted to this show. Endless, constant marathoning for every possible reason. A controversial promo that literally called it your new favorite show. TTG is CN and CN is TTG. They're inextricably linked. Almost one and the same at this point. So if you hate the show, you do kind of have to hate the network that brought it to you. But speaking of controversial and divisive shows, Steven Universe. But Benzie, Steven Universe is like the animated godsend of our time. The show started well, but has ended up a freaking mess. While I personally don't watch it, hashtag dodged a bullet, even fans of the show have criticized the show's recent story development. Not to mention fans' complaints about the show's sloppy, inconsistent scheduling, likely brought on and or exacerbated by Cartoon Network's downright worship of Teen Titans Go in recent years. Another reason I bring this show up is the sheer oversaturation in things that aren't the Cartoon Network schedule. Maybe it's just me, and maybe this period has passed, but at least for a time you couldn't go onto the fandom part of the internet, period, without there being something Steven inspired, be it just art or heck, why not whole AU? I don't put it past. Steven Universe is the new Homestuck. Edgy garbage. And I don't see that as a good thing. I might as well point out that there's some fandom toxicity apparently as well, so let's just add to the pile. Programming wise, I'd really like to give an honorable mention to Uncle Grandpa, the show that took surrealism to delirium as part of the problem. But then again, this isn't unanimous in the way TTG hate might be. But another big issue which has led to a lot of hate towards CN is not the programming, though there's plenty of that to go around, but the lack thereof. Cartoon Network has had atrocious scheduling over the past few years, largely due to Teen Titans Go, which has basically hurt the entirety of the network's roster. Even Adventure Time and regular show, the network's titans before SU and TTG came along, were hit in their later seasons. But it's also crushed basically any other new show that CN's tried to launch that wasn't one of its few favorites. Mighty Magiswords, Clarence, Summer Camp Island, and the list certainly goes on. And don't get me started on acquisitions. Third reason for hate, downright lies. The your new favorite show promo one, but another one comes with stunts CN has done in the past where they've promoted a new episode of X show every hour or a new episode of X show every day. This would be horrible burn-off territory if Cartoon Network stuck to their word, but the worst part was that they didn't. It was new episodes all day so long as you only watched in the morning. New episodes all week if you basically only watched on Monday. And if you want to be pedantic, they did include weekends, so that's the norm for strip runs anyway. Cartoon Network flat out lied to and deceived viewers on multiple occasions. If that's not a reason to hate their guts, then I don't know what is. Another reason you could argue to give CN flack is that arguably their content is kind of uninspiring unless you're a certain type of viewer. Outside of the seething hatred you might direct towards Teen Titans Go or Steven Universe, you might end up looking at the rest of Cartoon Network's programming slate on the off occasion it actually shows up and be indifferent about it. I reviewed 4 of Cartoon Network shows in 2 different videos on the channel, which you can check out up here on the cards. Now, with all the hate, there is potential for them to do better. There's been a lot of hype surrounding shows like Victor and Valentino and Infinity Train, and many hope that they can start to blow away some of the complaints about Cartoon Network's output and manner over the past few years. They feel like a return to the kinds of things that early 2010s Cartoon Network did well, and that later 10s CN shied away from. I'm personally holding out for Elliot from Earth a little further down the track, honestly. Hit subscribe for more stuff like this as I put out new television videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.